Hello there everyone, this is MAL-MX90 and welcome back to the big stompy robot simulator, Mechwarrior Online. With a mech which might have been somewhat predictable, given the recent patch notes and changes to the game in this last week. Well, as you guys, if you're watching for a while, probably know, I enjoy a good bit of DACA. Indeed I do. And with the recent changes to some of the rack heat scaling, many cannons on this mauler. So, we're going to see what we can do with this. For reference, this is the MAL-MX90, which is dubbed AMI. It used to have like quad LBX AC-10s on it before the Civil War update, and I've just splashed out about 4.5 million C-bills refitting this mech just for this video, so my old practices are apparently slipping back in again. I've got to be a bit more frugal with this, but I think I'm going to have fun with this one, so, you know, money well spent. Haha. Okay, let's show you what's actually on this thing. As you can see, many bullets and things. Let's go. Okay. It's double heat sinks and endo-steel chassis for the high-tech options, as well as a light fusion engine. Armor is only standard, so, you know, it's nothing special there, but that's just how it fits. The light engine, though, is a 300 rated, which I got with my Annihilators, and takes this mech up to 54 kph, so not too bad for an assault mech of this caliber. Not too bad. There are many ballistic mounts on this thing, so I've put them to use. Anyway, in terms of heat sinks, very quickly, there's only 3 double heat sinks installed, 2 in the engine, 1 in the left arm, just because reasons, basically. Anyway, enough of that. Weaponry. My primary weaponry is a triad of Rack 2s in the right torso. So we've got plenty of bullets flying out of there. And these are supplied by a full 6 tons of ammo, so they should be good for an entire fight. Backing these guys up in terms of direct damage firepower is a UAC-10 slotted into the left torso, which is itself fed by 2 tons of ammo in the center torso. So again, decent supply, decent punch, fast-firing weapon. Backing all this up, just to give this mauler a bit of indirect firepower for when it's not ideal to be facing the opponent, it carries a pair of LRM-5s fed by a measly half-ton of ammo, so not much. There's only 9 salvos in there, but most of the time this guy's going to be trying to use its autocannons rather than the missiles. So, you know, it's just swapping things around like that, trying to get it worked out. If need be, I could swap out an LRM, one of the LRMs, to get an extra 2 tons of ammo for a different weapon system, depending on how things go for the rest of the fight. And that pretty much wraps this thing up. 3 weapon groups, 2 of them will be functioning in concert. The racks for rapid, sustained damage, the UAC for additional punch trying to knock through enemy armor, and the LRMs giving indirect fire capability for when I don't want to be facing the opponent. Other than that, this thing has got a very heavily armoured torso. I've got a lot of armour quirks in it as well, if I load the skill tree up. Come on. Give me that, survival tree. Yeah, so I've got a whole bunch of armour quirks. I've got a large amount of firepower quirks, so this thing is one of my more skilled up mechs, actually. But armour and firepower of what I've gone for after getting heat containment, because racks, they run kind of hot sometimes, so, you know, better heat containment. And that's why I've only got 3 heat sinks, because of this upgrade to the cooling systems in the skill tree. It actually runs okay, believe it or not. But that is the loadout. So, it is time to take this this storming machine of many bullets out into the battlefield and see how it goes. Roll on, match number 1.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems normal.
Okay, all systems.
Eliminate all enemies, no matter the cost.
In we go. Welcome to Polar Highlands. Still a map I don't really like very much, but could be worse. Basically. Could be worse. At least I'm actually in a mech with decent ranged capability at the moment. And fair speed for an assault mech as well. Oops. And that Battlemaster's just walked straight in my path. this is the drawback with puppies, isn't it? Sometimes people don't pay attention to what's going on around them. Oh well. C'est la vie. Okay. Since this is Polar Highlands and we've got a long walk, let's talk a little bit. Because I mentioned I spent the best part of 5 million C-bills just refitting this mech, getting it tweaked how I wanted it. Because a lot of that was retuning the upgrade dates and getting the upgrades and getting some specialty pieces of kit and weaponry put into it. Because I didn't have them lying around in stock. I still don't have that much of a reserve in terms of the more exotic Civil War weaponry. I think the big buy here was actually the UAC-10. Other than that, it was just flat out refitting everything. Oh well. I was messing around because I was thinking, what if I had SRMs? My original version had light machine guns as its backup weapon, and for a while there I actually had a big, bulky computer system installed, which restricted my weapon loadout to basically the RAC-2s plus a couple of light support weapons. But in return, I had like increased crit chance on all bullets fired, faster projectiles, yada yada, stuff like that. So pretty good mix, really.
Acquired.
I was seriously tempted to go with that, but then I thought, hey, the RAC-2s, by themselves, they have some weaknesses. Like, I can't keep firing them. They don't punch very hard by themselves. So I can't make an enemy like think twice about engaging me. And if things get too close and my racks overheat, then it's like, oh no, I'm out and I can't do much of anything. So, you know, stuff like that. So, I kept tweaking, and eventually I took out the targeting computer. So that was an option, by the way, targeting computer instead of the UAC-10. I had more heat sinks as well, which I took out when I realised that my cooling is actually pretty darn good without them. So if you're not skilled up on a Mauler, you want extra heat sinks to try and cope with all this. But once you get some points into the heat management, then you don't need as many. No, I'm not seeing anything over there. Main force is moving over this direction.
New target acquired.
Yeah, they're out of range, basically. My racks can hit up to a couple of kilometers. My LRMs can fire.
New target acquired.
Yep, so that's the advantage of LRMs. They're also my long-range option, though they are really a harassing weapon more than anything else.
Target spotted.
Basically, it's equivalent of an LRM-10 more than anything else.
Acquired.
But they're not meant to really do much except annoy people and keep me dealing a bit of damage. Ooh, there's a king crab over there.
New target acquired.
And a dire whale too. Okay, just keep popping out missiles then for the time being, because I don't want to poke myself out. I am a big target. Even with my my armor quirks making me a lot tougher, it's still not a good idea to just poke out at this stage of the game. But anyway, back to my rambling. The targeting computer was doing some very nice stuff to the actual...
New target acquired.
Yeah, some very nice stuff to the actual
New
racks.
target acquired.
But it just wasn't flexible enough, basically.
Ammo at 25%.
Yeah, I've almost emptied my LRM racks already, and I've not even... Oh,
New
hello.
target acquired.
Hey, someone's behind me. What's going on? Oh. Yeah, my LRM's already pretty much gone. Oh, enemy! I see an enemy. Wrong key. There we go. Hello. Whoops, that's an ally.
Target acquired.
Just keep on cycling because it's starting. Ah! People keep walking in front of me. Damn it! Oh, jeez, this goes to pops. Oh, there goes the dire. Hello, Stalker.
Target acquired.
Yep, see, I'm running cool as cool can be.
Target
But my
destroyed.
problem is that my allies keep walking in front of me and cutting off my rack streams, so it's like... I can't do anything there. Right. Could probably do with advanced zoom, actually, at the range I'm trying to engage at right now. But that's neither here nor there. We are, however, doing a massive job of steamrolling them.
Target acquired. LRM ammo depleted.
There goes the last of my missiles. Okay, we're pushing now, I think, so it's time to wade in there, do what this build is meant to do, and just unload on things. Hello. Yes, I see you there.
Target destroyed.
Oh, yes. I mean, look at that. I've got those over there. Oh, they're overheated. And we win. Yeah, that was not too bad, actually. I didn't get very damaged, but I was hanging a bit too far back, I think, for the roll. Because of the terrain, I didn't want to poke over the hill, because I'd just get shot, but I still did 468 damage. My UAC-10 was acting like a hole puncher, then the RAC-2s were just like massive volleys. My LRMs got depleted very quickly, but no other ammo problems from what I was seeing, so that's pretty good. 7 assists, 1 outright kill, 1 solo kill, 2 kills, most damage dealt, so... that, yeah, minus 6 team damage, that's when people walked in front of me when the racks were spun up and firing. Though I was very quick to lay off the trigger when I noticed that happening. But yeah, they weren't paying attention much at all, unfortunately, and that was depleting my firepower. Yeah, well, it's a public game. Nothing to do. Dirty, dirty puppies. Oh, death to all the public players. Blah, 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 and all that jazz. It's fine. I mean, we're not a cohesive team, so we have to watch out where we can, and mistakes will happen. At least it wasn't very much. But anyway, next match. Roll on, and next match. Just need to let it... There we go.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Okay, here we go.
Coming in. Capture the target area and engage any hostiles.
Welcome to the Canyon Network. Either that was lag or I walked into a dire whale. I think it was a tiny bit of lag. Yeah, welcome to Canyon Network. The game mode is Domination. There's been a tiny change to the build. It's not anything significant, so you didn't see the mech type. But all I've done is take out half a ton of rack ammo and put in an extra half ton of LRM. So basically, I just swapped around a bit of ammunition, and it's double the number of LRM shots I've got. So you know, more missiles for all the good little boys and girls on the other team. Yes, indeed. This is, of course, match number 2. Match 1 was pretty decent.
New target
Hello.
acquired.
Nope. The UAC was all I had time for there. Match number 2. Ooh, someone's shooting at me. But this is actually a pretty
New target
decent build.
acquired.
Hello. Didn't manage to get anything there. I'm enjoying it, actually. It reminds me a lot of the monster, the big pink fiend, which is, of course. Well, actually, I've never featured it in a video. Now that I think about it, it's only been seen on streams. The big pink monster
Acquired.
is my. Oh, yeah, punished you. Hello. Yeah, are you sure you wanted to wander up there? Because I don't think you were ready for that. They certainly backed up fast. I think I'm about to go down a cliff, actually. No, I'm just waiting for those strikes to play themselves out.
New target acquired.
The heck? Oh, we can target the UAVs now? Since when was that a thing?
New target acquired.
Oh, well. Yeah, just supporting my LRMs right now. But yeah, I like it. It reminds me a lot of the big pink fiend, which is the my Annihilator, which has twin RAC-2s and twin UAC-10s. This one doesn't have as much direct pinpoints.
New target acquired. Target destroyed.
Yep, you're dead. Oh, hello, I see you over there. Yep, force him back into cover. This one doesn't have as much pinpoint firepower. It's only got the one UAC 10 rather than 2, but it's got more continuous firepower in the form of the treble rotaries. Yep, you're dead. Next up is you. You're ducking back into cover. Whoa, something's hitting me in the back.
Target spotted.
It's that hunchback from earlier. Ooh, ow, my rear armour is getting shredded. I don't have very much rear armour, I should point that out. My rear armour is absolutely awful. It's like 15 points in the centre and 5 points on the side, so it's like, if I get shot in the back, this mech can't stand it.
Target
Who's
acquired.
nearby? Okay, you
Target
can.
destroyed. New target acquired.
Hello there.
Critical.
Oh, hello.
Critical.
Nope. Okay, I overload really quickly. He's trying to call me out. And I got killed. Oh. To be fair, that was kind of to be expected, but I still did 360. Problem is I actually overloaded because I was firing everything right there. So this mech can have heat problems. I just wasn't paying attention because I thought I was doing better than that. So, one flaw in the build, it can run hot when you're firing literally everything. Apart from that,
Target destroyed.
it's okay most of the time. Let's see.
target acquired.
The enemy, however, during the time I was alive, most of the enemy got murdered. So, yeah, I liked that. I like this build. There's something you said about lots of bullets. It's like a slightly weaker Annihilator pattern. The thing is, I'd actually prefer the Annihilator because the Annihilator's got better
New
armor
target
flat out.
acquired.
Sure, it's slower, but hey, less speed, put in more armor, more bullets. Yes.
Target
I just couldn't
destroyed.
figure out how to shoehorn 3 UAC 2s, no, not 3 UAC, 3 RAC 2s and 2 UAC 10s into this thing. If I could have, I would have. But the slot configuration didn't actually work for it.
Hostile target beta is destroyed. This should buy us some more time.
Might be able to do it on an XL actually.
Almost have it. Hold on for just a little longer.
If I put in an XL, that would give me the tonnage, but I wouldn't have the slot layout to put in 2 UAC 10s, so no.
Command,
You couldn't actually get that combination on this model,
achievements
unfortunately.
on the surface.
I was seriously thinking about it for a moment there. You might be able to do it on some of the Annihilators though. The more ballistic Annihilators could probably do it, now that I'm thinking about it. I'm tempted to do that now. But yeah, I didn't get an outright kill, but I did get 8 kill assists and 368 damage, so I was working pretty hard there. And yeah, I like this loadout. It has lots of bullets for everyone, and the LRMs make a very nice complementing weapon system. So yeah, I recommend doing this. The treble rack 2s is actually quite a fun thing to have. It's like, you like bullets? Have some bullets. All on me. More bullets for everyone. But until then, this has been Iron Mark 3. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the show and a look at this Mauler loadout. It's been a while since I dragged a Mauler out of the shed, and this one's done quite nicely. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'll catch you all some other time. See you all later.